coverage you can count on.
We're less than 2 months away from the presidential election, and southwestern PA is once again in the political spotlight. Today, Vice President Mike Pence will be in our area. Good afternoon. I'm Gordon Lash. The Vice President is scheduled to attend 2 events. The first is in Murraysville and should start within the hour. The campaign says the Vice President will highlight President Donald Trump's pro-life agenda. Later, Pence is going to a rally in Freedom Township, Beaver County, that focuses on fracking and energy. We're monitoring for that Murraysville event to see if it starts during this newscast. And then you can look for a complete report on the Vice President's visit and the Democratic response on Channel 11 News at 5. Today's visit comes just days before President Trump and Democrat Joe Biden are expected to make their way to the Flight 93 National Memorial in Shanksville. They will be there on Friday to commemorate the 19th anniversary of 9/11. That event will be closed to the public. Breaking at noon, Washington and Jefferson College has asked 26 students to leave campus. The school says they violated their COVID-19 safety guidelines. The students can take their classes remotely and are not suspended. The school did not say how the students violated the guidelines. We're working to find out more. Also breaking at noon, Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Ryan Shazier is retiring from the NFL. Shazier was seriously hurt during a game against the Cincinnati Bengals back in 2017. He was paralyzed at the time, but regained his ability to walk and stayed on the team's injured reserve list, eventually helping with coaching. Shazier posted a video to Twitter this morning announcing he was retiring from the game that he loves so much.
I'm going to step away from the game for a while and see what else life has to offer. I know football will always be here for me if I need it, but right now I'm excited to explore some new challenges in different paths.
So far, he has not revealed what those new challenges will be. We expect to hear more from Ryan Shazier today, so you can watch for that on Channel 11 News at 5. More breaking news. The ATF and Pittsburgh police are now offering a $5,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of rioters. They say the people in these surveillance photos posed as protesters and vandalized and set fire to 2 police vehicles. You likely remember this scene near the PPG Paints Arena back in May. Anyone with information about the suspects is asked to contact Pittsburgh Police or the ATF. New video at noon shows the moment a car plows into a popular local restaurant. Fortunately, no one was inside at the time, but the accident caused thousands of dollars in damage. Channel 11's Mike Holden spoke with the owner about what happened and what's next.
The front of this popular Cranberry Township restaurant is heavily damaged, and the owner tells me repairs will likely cost tens of thousands of dollars. He says he's truly grateful this afternoon that no one was hurt and no one was killed. New this afternoon, surveillance video from inside Jimmy Wan's captures the moment a 21-year-old Florida woman skips the curb and crashes through the front of the restaurant. Debris flies everywhere and is scattered across the place. At one point, she even gets out of her black Cadillac. This viewer video shows the aftermath. You can see she starts to quickly throw her black Cadillac in reverse and back out. Restaurant parts are dragged along the way. It all played out just before midnight, just off of busy Route 228. Cranberry Township police are still investigating what went wrong. However, they say the 21-year-old woman was taken into custody on suspicion of DUI. Restoration crews spent hours working to clean up the damage and board up the front of the space. Jimmy Wan told Channel 11 directly, quote, "We're truly grateful that our staff is safe. That's the first priority. And we are truly happy she is okay. It's just a real shame. It's a challenging environment. This is something we will persevere through and be on the other side of it." And despite the accident, Jimmy Wan's is officially back open for business. I'm now working to get additional updates from Cranberry Township Police about the status of this case, so look for the latest on Channel 11 News starting at 5 o'clock tonight. Reporting in Cranberry Township, Mike Holden, Channel 11 News.
Another hot and humid day out there. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Jessica Faith joins us now. Jessica, in some spots it could feel as hot as 90 degrees.
Especially when you factor in the humidity, talking about the heat index. We'll have more information on that in about 15 minutes, but right now our midday temperatures already warming up in a pretty big way, and we have more heat awaiting us later into the afternoon hours. Close to 80 degrees, 79 right now for your noon hour, 83 in Beaver, 80 degrees in Washington. Right now Greensburg sitting at 81 degrees, but this is just the start of the afternoon. It's going gonna get hot, reminding us that we are still in summertime, even though fall is just a few days away. Showers this weekend. We are also looking at a cooler into the week. How cool are we going to get? More details coming up in just a few minutes.
Breaking at noon, we have the latest numbers in COVID-19 cases in Allegheny County. The health department reports there were 68 new cases in the last 24 hours. Those new cases come from 663 tests taken between August 31st and yesterday. There were also 9 new deaths, 7 of which were related to long-term care facilities. The Lost Wages Assistance Program starts this week instead of the previous $600 per week. This program gives workers a $300 per week unemployment benefit. Channel 11's Michelle Chavez spoke to those impacted who are saying this isn't enough.
This new round of weekly benefits starts this week, but there are several people in our area who say they still haven't gotten their $600 weekly stimulus payments from earlier this year. They tell us it hasn't been easy to make ends meet.
You know, with COVID, there was a lot of clients that said, no, we don't want you in our house.
COVID-19 has put a financial strain on Erin Topper, who has her own cleaning business out of Connellsville. And she's not alone. As the new round of weekly stimulus checks come out, this time $300 a week, there are many who say they still haven't received their backdated claims from the first round of $600 a week. State Representative Ryan Warner says his office gets 60 to 70 calls a week from people needing help.
There are so many people, Michelle, they've been trying to get through unemployment for weeks. They get no response to their emails. They literally just leave the phone, dialing constantly, trying to get through. And they can't get through at all. And
coming up at 5, we'll tell you what your state senator or representative can do to help with unemployment claims. Michelle Chavez for Channel 11 News.
A lot of Pennsylvanians are out of work because of restaurant restrictions. The governor's plan to let businesses increase capacity to 50% could be a big help. The new limit goes into effect September 21st. Restaurants must continue complying with all safety guidelines and orders.
We're just really, really excited to kind of have some semblance of normalcy going back. Small businesses need help, and the restaurant industry really does need help.
To be eligible, restaurants will have to complete a self-certification process to show they can follow safety guidelines. Restaurants that are certified will be added to a database so you can see which businesses can serve more customers. The increase in capacity comes as restaurants report a grim forecast. A new report by the Pennsylvania Licensed Beverage and Tavern Association says 70% of hometown bars and restaurants will not survive the pandemic. Here's the breakdown. 13% of bars and restaurants are already closed for good. 5% are afraid they will close within a month, and 29% will be shut down by the end of the year. This will have a big impact on unemployment. More than 109,000 jobs have been lost in the industry so far in Pennsylvania alone. Today, U.S. senators are scrutinizing the race to develop a COVID-19 vaccine as the pandemic continues to take a toll on Americans and the economy. As our Washington, D.C. correspondent Jacqueline Fell shows us, there's skepticism about a fast-tracked vaccine.
Senators on the Health Committee heard from 2 top advisors to the president's coronavirus response. The U.S. Surgeon General and the director of the National Institutes of Health testified about the growing concern around the president's repeated claims that a vaccine will be ready by Election Day. Democratic senators have accused President Trump of politicizing the approval process. Senators say in order to develop a safe and effective vaccine, it must be backed by strong, science-driven leadership from the federal government. Federal health experts say they are not putting politics or speed ahead of safety, but that they have to move quickly because people are dying.
The rigor of the scientific evaluation of safety and efficacy will not be compromised.
If we are going to begin to turn the page on this pandemic, people across the country must not have any doubt in this process or in the final product.
Health officials said scientists are developing doses of vaccines even before they know if they'll work, potentially throwing away a ton of money if they fail. Reporting near Washington, Jacqueline Fell, Channel 11 News.
There will be another hearing in 2 weeks with the heads of the CDC and FDA among the witnesses. Phase 3 trials for AstraZeneca's COVID-19 vaccine are on hold after a participant got sick. The company is investigating whether the illness is a side effect of the trial or unrelated. British health officials are in favor of a cautious approach.
Well, obviously, I'd rather this went completely smoothly. However, we're absolutely clear that safety comes first with the vaccine.
The company says this is routine when there's a potentially unexplained illness during a trial. AstraZeneca is working with the University of Oxford on developing the vaccine, and it began phase 3 trials last week. New at noon, the U.S. is withdrawing troops from Iraq. The U.S. commander in the Middle East announced today that 2,200 troops will be coming home in the month of September. That leaves 3,000 troops, U.S. troops, in Iraq. Police have arrested a man for shooting in Spring Hill. Officers say they watched surveillance video that showed Christopher Shannon fighting with another man before he pulled out a gun and shot him in the leg. He is in the hospital in stable condition. The shooting happened on Rhine Place in the same apartment complex where 1-year-old Zakir Young was killed 2 weeks ago. Another shooting was reported last night in East Liberty. Police say there was a fight at around 8:30 last night. Someone fired shots, and those bullets went everywhere, hitting homes, a car, and possibly 2 people. Police know of 1 person who showed up at a hospital, a 19-year-old who is in serious condition. A black car in the street was eventually towed away. The body of a man reported missing on Saturday has been found. State police say they found Ronald Kimmel's body inside his overturned truck. Kimmel was 74 years old and from Scottsdale. State police did not say when or where Kimmel was found, but they do not suspect foul play. Whether they're at school or at home, students have a lot of questions and stress. How parents can help ease their anxiety.
I still can't fathom how quickly it traveled.
Wildfires burning millions of acres out west, and they are nowhere near done. The big task ahead for firefighters.
You're streaming WPXI Now, your source for original local shows, Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, and more. The hottest Pittsburgh sports topics with even hotter opinions. Halftime adjustments. Wednesday nights at 7:30 on WPXI Now.
Employees blowing the whistle tonight on what they say is inhumane care.
They're being neglected.
You've seen family members who are really afraid to speak out, and now we're seeing action.
We will be watching, though, to see if things improve.
Count on Channel 11 News.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news happening in Allegheny County.
Those educational apps that your child is playing could be violating your preschooler's privacy. Researchers found that 67% of apps played by children 3 to 4 years old collected data and shared it with third-party marketing companies. That includes location data. Researchers say that information is used to profile consumers and target ads. It could also be a violation of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. Experts say parents should monitor what apps their children use and adjust the settings to avoid exploiting children. Back to school is very different this year, and whether your child is going in person or online, they may experience some stress. Haley Hernandez reports.
For the little kids, returning to school might have them asking questions that reveal what they're scared of. What about the virus? What's going to happen to mom and dad? Here to explain, Dr. Stacy Passe.
Last several months, they've been at home with mom and dad who have kept them safe, who have protected them, who have put all these boundaries in place. And now they're being told, go back to school, someone else is going to take care of you. And that feels really jarring for young kids. So not only are they worried about like, okay, am I going to get sick? But also what they're leaving at home are parents who have to go to work. And so they're thinking, oh, what's going to happen to mom and dad if I'm not with them?
Expect the little ones to be more clingy and nervous at drop-off. Use words to make them feel safe and empowered.
Of course, you have some worry and some fear, and let's talk about the safety precautions in place.
While your teens and tweens might be expressing more irritability and frustration, especially if going to school still doesn't allow for the socialization they've been craving.
I'm not going to be able to go to all these after-school clubs. And so we have to really not dismiss that social implication for them, because that's what is going to be the most poignant kind of in their experience returning to school.
She says find a way to still give them time to socialize.
Having something in the driveway or having some friends over in the backyard, they really need that interaction. And it's probably very anxiety provoking for them to consider not having that in a way that feels comfortable and normative.
That was Haley Hernandez reporting. Parents have a lot of questions this year about the pandemic and kids. We put some helpful stories on WPXI.com. Just click on the coronavirus and school tabs. Pitt is telling students now is the time to flatten the curve. 36 more students have tested positive in the last several days. Pitt leaders say that rate of increase is not out of control, but it doesn't mean they're in the clear. Leaders say this is a critical moment, and now is the time to flatten the curve. They're urging students to wear a mask everywhere, even outside, work with contact tracers if they call you, and get evaluated through Student Health Services if you're showing symptoms. Students who traveled for Labor Day weekend are also told to quarantine for 2 weeks, whether on or off campus. Concerns grew in the spring that the pandemic would keep people from going to college, but one local university is seeing a bump. Enrollment at Slippery Rock University surpassed 8,800 for the fall semester. It was led by a record number of graduate students. SRU has more than 40 graduate programs, including 3 new programs in social work, athletic training, and education leadership. Wildfires continue to wreak havoc in California. More than 2 million acres have burned, and many of the fires are nowhere near being under control. 2020 is already the worst year for wildfires in California's history. There are more than 24 major wildfires raging across the state right now, and officials say the weather conditions aren't making matters any easier.
Every one of those fires is being blown out by the east and northeast winds that we are seeing surface over the entire state.
In addition to California, parts of Oregon are also getting scorched, and wildfires in Washington state are creating thick clouds of smoke and leaving some residents with very little. There are at least 87 major wildfires currently burning across the U.S. More than 4.7 million acres have been scorched nationwide so far this year. And early snowfall for parts of northern New Mexico. This was the scene last night. Yesterday's flurry marked the earliest snowfall recorded in the area since record keeping began. The previous record set back in 1971 on September 17th. The town is expected to see up to 8 inches of snow and temperatures dipping down into the 20s. The U.S. Geological Survey reports a small 3.1 magnitude earthquake rattled parts of New Jersey earlier today. It's not clear yet if there was any damage. According to the National Weather Service, people felt the quake in much of central New Jersey.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
Sunny this midday, and we look really good for the rest of the day as far as the sunshine is concerned. It's not going anywhere. Near 80 degrees. This is actually where we should be peaking during our daytime high around 3, 4 o'clock, but we just enter the afternoon and have more heating on the way. Dew point of 66 on the muggier side right now. If you want to wash your car later this afternoon, is again going to be baking, especially if you spend a good bit of time out in the heat later today. Highs around 89. very close to that 90-degree mark. So feeling the summer heat today, but again, keeping in the sunshine, so you may want to head outside, but just remember to practice heat safety. Yes, we're still talking about practicing heat safety even as we approach the first day of fall this month. A very warm day. I usually reserve the term hot for when we're in the 90s, but I do think a few cities, maybe a city or two, could hit that 90-degree mark today. Something to watch. Feels like temperatures will be pretty close to 90 degrees, especially when you factor in the humidity. Dew points will be in the 60s, so very uncomfortable for today. And the muggy meter is going to continue to rise as we go into tomorrow. So very muggy today. Tomorrow kind of pushing near sticky, above muggy there. And then we'll have a cold front to move through Thursday into Friday. Friday kind of drying things out. So another nice day, nice end to the work week. We do lower the humidity a bit, but still kind of muggy out there. Rising humidity once again at the end of the week on Saturday. We do introduce rain chances back into the forecast as well for this weekend. Coming up in the next half hour, I will go into details about our weekend rain chances and also the cool down that comes with this cold front as well. So we are looking at cooler temperatures, but really not the best time to head outside because the cooler temperatures will be paired with showers and storms. But the temperature trend overall trickling down each and every day. So moving in the right direction. Again, today completely sunny, dry, good to go. Could see an isolated shower or storm for tomorrow. Temperatures in the mid-80s. So today, tomorrow, still well above average and still pretty muggy. Dropping humidity a bit. Also dropping temperatures. Impressive into the work week. A mix of sun and clouds. And then we bring back pretty wide rain chances, showers and storms for Saturday, and then going into Sunday. Sunday really looks like the best chance for showers, where we could have a pretty decent chance for the entire day. 78 degrees with overnight lows in the 60s.
Cut down in the prime of his life, how a local student athlete is being remembered, and the bill that would help keep safety workers safe while on the job. This year, back to school is certainly different.
So much has changed, and Channel 11 Morning News is here to prepare you for your day.
Bringing you what's new details as your children go back to class or learn from home.
Breaking updates all morning long. 11 investigator Angie Moreski reports on concerns.
Our medical expert answers your questions.
Plus weather and traffic every 10 minutes.
Channel 11 Morning News covers what's new, now, and next every morning as we go back to school.
Channel 11 News at 5, covering more news in Westmoreland County.
Vice President Mike Pence is speaking in Westmoreland County right now. This is a live picture. This is one of his first stops today, one of two stops, actually. This event is at Cornerstone Ministries in Murraysville. He is there to discuss the Trump administration's pro-life policies. Again, these are live pictures right here. Later, Pence is going to a Workers for Trump rally in Beaver County that will focus on fracking and energy. Look for a complete report on his visit beginning at Channel 11 News at 5. Do you know who this is? The FBI needs help identifying this bank robber. Investigators say he robbed the Citizens Bank on William Penn Highway in Monroeville last month. His right hand appeared to be wrapped in a bandage. Police say he took off in a white Audi SUV. It's a scary moment for drivers when dozens of motorcyclists drove into oncoming traffic. It happened at Oakland Monday and left drivers stuck as traffic came to a standstill, and it's still unclear why it happened.
I could see like four-wheelers and motorcycles and some pickup trucks coming down the bus lane, like all through the lanes. And I kind of realized that there was a lot more, like it wasn't an accident that they were going the wrong way.
Pittsburgh police say they've received multiple reports about this group of riders from different areas of the city, including the North Side, Allentown, and Oakland. There were not any reports of damage. It's been over a year since fire destroyed the Notre Dame Cathedral. The small but important step taken today to get the landmark open again.
Crawled out from under a rock to take the time to come up and mark somebody's house like they did.
The act of vandalism that has neighbors baffled and angry.
Here's another shot outside. Beautiful sunshine. If you haven't been outside, you may want to get out there before it gets too hot later this afternoon. I'm talking heat and humidity when we return.
This year, back to school is certainly different.
But Channel 11 Morning News is always here to prepare you for your day, bringing you what's new, what's happening now, and what's next.
Be prepared for back to school.
Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
WPXI.com is your back-to-school guide. Submit your health questions to our medical expert. Stay up to date with plans for your district and more. Log on to WPXI.com/back-to-school for the resources you need this year. Brought to you by RE/MAX Select Realty.
When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
A message of hate left near what was supposed to be a message of hope. A Washington County woman came home to find the racist remark and a Black Lives Matter sign vandalized. Channel 11's Gabriella DeLuca spoke with neighbors in Canonsburg about the crime.
The homeowner has since turned the sign around, but you can see when you look on the back, the word black in front of Black Lives Matter was plastered with mud, not to mention the hateful term that was written on her sidewalk. A Canonsburg woman who is black says she was so angry and scared to find the N-word written in mud outside of her home. She didn't want to talk on camera to protect her identity, but her neighbors did speak out.
I know the persons that had this happen to him. I saw the look on her daughter's face, the fear that she had.
It has since been washed off the sidewalk, but whoever wrote the racist word also defaced this sign in her front yard. They blocked out the word black in Black Lives Matter.
For me personally, I had a hard time sleeping last night after all this, and I'm wondering what I need to do differently to ensure that the safety and security of my home and my family members.
The homeowner made a police report, and the Canonsburg police chief and mayor went out to the street and met with the woman.
We found it to really be out of the ordinary, that this isn't what Canonsburg's about. I'm just upset that something like that has gone on here in our town.
It happened just a few weeks after the mayor and police department formed a diversity task force for the city.
Why can't everybody just get along and make it a better world to live in?
So far, police don't know who did it, but they're actively investigating. And as for whoever that person is, neighbors have a message for them.
Well, I just think they're cowardice, first thing. And you have to be a little bit shallow of a person and, to me, kind of crawled out from under a rock to take the time to come up and mark somebody's house like they did.
Gabriella DeLuca, Channel 11 News.
The mayor also told us they will have extra patrols in that area for the time being. Another hot and humid day out there. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Jessica Faith joins us now. And Jessica, warm it up once again.
Yes, and we do have a good bit of sunshine, so you may want to head outside since we have the sunshine and dry conditions, but do know it's going to be quite uncomfortable, especially as the afternoon continues to roll along. We're not only dry in our region, but the entire state bone dry right now. We do have more rain on the way. For today, we're going to continue to be dry. Tomorrow, maybe an isolated shower or two. Rain chance is slim, so likely you're going to stay dry throughout the rest of this work week into the weekend. Rain chances start to elevate. I will break down with Storm Tracker your chances for showers coming up in about 15 minutes.
Pennsylvania has updated the list of states that come with a quarantine recommendation. The list now includes North Carolina again, but no longer includes California. If you travel to North Carolina, you're asked to quarantine for 2 weeks after you get home. Experts say in order for the U.S. to control the coronavirus pandemic, we need to perform as many as 200 million tests every month. The recommendation was released in a new report from the Rockefeller Foundation. Right now, fewer than 30 million tests are conducted monthly. The report says it's possible to reach 200 million once the fast tests reach the market. It also says more guidance, assistance, and funding from the federal government is needed. A local college campus is grieving after the death of a popular student athlete. Jermaine Stevens, a star player at California University, passed away after complications from COVID-19. He grew up in Pittsburgh and is the son of a former Steeler. An outpouring of love can be seen all over social media today. His death comes as a shock to friends and teammates.
Jermaine had a huge impact on our program. Was well liked by everybody. He had a personality that was contagious. He had really taken on a leadership role in our program, especially during the pandemic, texting guys, always staying in touch with guys.
CalU will have counselors available today to provide support for students. The whole world was watching when the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris went up in flames. At noon, nearly a year and a half later, a small part of that beloved global landmark is reopening. NBC's Matt Bradley reports from Paris.
This morning, one small part of Notre Dame Cathedral is reopening, almost a year and a half after the iconic church in Paris was nearly destroyed in a massive fire. In the cathedral's shadow, underground is Notre Dame's archaeological crypt. the remains of an ancient city built by the Romans long before people even called this place Paris. It wasn't damaged in the fire, but it filled with dangerous lead dust that had to be carefully cleaned and vacuumed. Today, visitors finally had their first look at the cleaned ruins.
I loved visiting Notre Dame when it was still alive, and so it's a good first start to be able to visit underneath.
The cathedral faces a challenge to rebuild its entire roof destroyed by flames.
Well, now it's become a bit of a solemn spectacle. Folks still stopping, all of them looking up, wondering how long is it going to take to rebuild Notre Dame?
The extensive repairs now happening during a global pandemic. The damage could cost $1 billion, and the repairs could take at least 5 years.
The burning of Notre Dame was a kind of trauma. It was very difficult to see, and it's very important to go back to Notre Dame now.
He hopes this exhibit will remind everyone that Notre Dame is worth saving.
Well, with the fire and then with this pandemic, it really just seems like nothing is going Notre Dame's way. But, you know, when I looked at that exhibit, it really reminds you just how much this 1,000-year-old gorgeous church has seen and survived so many catastrophes before, and that's why so many Parisians are hopeful that Our Lady of Paris will persist once again. Matt Bradley, NBC News, Paris.
A local lawmaker wants to double the fines for people who break the state's Steer Clear law. The bill, co-sponsored by State Senator Kim Ward from Hempfield, is meant to protect first responders on the highway. It lays out penalties for drivers who don't move over to give first responders room to work. And if you can't safely change lanes, the bill would require you to slow down to at least 20 miles per hour, less than the speed limit. We told you in January when a Ross River medic who was responding to a crash was killed after being hit by a car. Senator Ward hopes the proposal can prevent a similar tragedy.
It just makes perfect sense, not only for our first responders, but for their families and their friends and their colleagues, because it's not just a first responder that gets hit. It hits an entire community.
The bill will be voted on in the Transportation Committee today. Still to come on Channel 11 News at noon, how a lawsuit filed in Pennsylvania could have an impact nationwide in November.
News is happening in your neighborhood. Channel 11 News is there.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, and Butler. We cover news everywhere you live, not just downtown. We're in Aliquippa, Coraopolis, and Moon.
Bringing you stories that impact your town. That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
More local news from more neighborhoods. That's a fact. We're in Bethel Park, South Park, and Mount Lebanon. When you want news from where you live,
watch Channel 11 News at 5.
Make sure you know everything happening in the morning. Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
The Greater Washington County Food Bank is going green. The food bank is installing a 200-kilowatt solar array on its Centerville site. The solar array will save the food bank $30,000 a year in electrical costs. The project should be finished by the end of the month. Vaping is often associated with teens, but more adults are using them as well. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University saw a 21% jump in adult use between 2016 and 2018. They say people may start experimenting with e-cigarettes as teens, but then they get hooked as they get older. At least 4 school districts in Butler County are working to end teen vaping, and they've sued one of the largest e-cigarette makers, Juul. The lawsuit claims counselors are seeing a rise in addiction. A new round of robocalls are circulating false claims about mail-in voting. The calls claim that if you vote by mail, your personal information will be shared with law enforcement, and they can use it to track wanted criminals or give your information to collection agencies. State leaders say this is false. They say it is a scare tactic used to stop you from voting. If you get a call like this, you're being told to hang up and report it. A Decision 2020 lawsuit filed here in Pennsylvania could have an impact across the country. This week, hearings kicked off in Harrisburg over the lawsuit filed by the state NAACP. The suit claims that during our June primary, polling locations were not made clear after many were closed or moved because of coronavirus. The suit calls for a judge to order changes in Pennsylvania, including mailing every voter a mail-in voting application, having enough polls open so no voter waits more than 30 minutes, and expanding the number of ballot drop box locations. Since Pennsylvania is a key battleground state, a lot of people will be keeping a close eye on that decision. There's no word on whether the case will be resolved before the November election. This is all that's left today after a fire tore through a refugee camp in Greece. The camp is the biggest in Europe and is home to more than 12,000 people, which is 4 times more than should be there. The fire was so big it spread to areas outside the camp, forcing thousands to evacuate. Officials don't yet know how the fire started. Humanitarian groups have frequently criticized the poor living conditions in the camp. It was placed under quarantine after 35 confirmed cases of COVID-19. You sign a lease for a car, then realize it's not a good fit. How you can change your terms after signing the contract.
And your lunchtime temperature is not that bad right now. We are warming up if you're eating outside. You should be good to go now. Later this afternoon is going to get quite hot. I'm talking heat and also upcoming rain chances coming up in about 5 minutes.
When news is happening near you, Channel 11 is there.
Aliquippa, Coriopolis, Moon. We cover news everywhere you live.
That's what makes Channel 11 News different.
We're in McCandless, Cranberry, Butler. For news from where you live,
Watch Channel 11 News at 5.
You're streaming WPXI now. Channel 11 expands its streaming live newscasts. When other stations are national, Channel 11 News is local, right here at 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. on WPXI Now.
Be prepared for back to school.
Watch Channel 11 Morning News.
Millions of people lease their cars, but a lot of the time the terms don't fit your lifestyle. Our consumer advisor, Clark Howard, explains how you can get a better deal.
Roughly a third of people who bought vehicles about 3 years ago leased them. And many times leasing is a disaster. It won't fit the miles you drive or your lifestyle, and you need out of that lease. But you're in a contract. So what can you do? People have different levels of satisfaction with Lease Trader and Swap-A-Lease, but these are middle people who help you find somebody else to take over your lease. They make a fee from you, and as long as the leasing company you lease from approves the transaction, you're released from any further obligation on the lease. Other than that, you are stuck with a lease till the end. If you early terminate a lease, you still have to make all the payments on a vehicle you're not even driving anymore. So next time you're asked, have you considered leasing? The answer is no way. I'm Clark Howard.
There you go. Well, it's been a tough road for hospitals and health systems around Pennsylvania. They continue to struggle financially because of the pandemic. The state's Hospital Trade Association says hospitals saw a $5 billion shortfall between March and July. It's because of the ban on elective surgeries and procedures. Money from the Federal CARES Act helped a little bit, but not enough to fill the gaps. Meanwhile, the pandemic pushed virtual doctor visits to an all-time high. One medical group says telehealth saved time and money. In fact, an estimated $1.1 million saved in fuel costs from not driving to see their doctor.
Think about banking. How much of banking do we do virtually? Think about retail. I mean, how many things do people now purchase over the internet on their phones? Why would healthcare be any different?
Missed appointments also dropped by 3%. Doctors say telemedicine is one of the lasting changes of the pandemic. West Banco is closing 20 branches and converting several into drive-up windows only by January. The company did not say which banks are closing, but said Western PA locations will be affected. The West Virginia-based bank is in 7 states and has 35 locations in our area. We could be seeing the new iPhone 12 very soon. Apple is holding a big event next week, where many experts expect the company to reveal the iPhone 12 with full 5G capabilities. It would be the first iPhone to connect to the new ultra-fast wireless network. All commercial flights at Arnold Palmer Regional Airport are on hold, so the airport can complete a major expansion. Spirit Airlines, which is the only major airline there, is suspending flights so the runway can be widened and strengthened. Construction is expected to be completed by September 25th, with flights expected to resume shortly after.
Your severe weather Team 11 forecast.
We're warming up in a pretty big way this afternoon, getting dangerously close to 90 degrees. The sunshine will continue, so it's going to look really pretty outside, staying dry. So you may want to go outside. Know that it could feel quite uncomfortable if you're spending a long period of time outside. Again, upper 80s for the high today. When you factor in the humidity, it could feel like we're in the lower 90s across western Pennsylvania. It could feel like 90 degrees by the peak of the daytime heating when you factor in the humidity in Pittsburgh. Could feel like 92 in Beaver. And keep in mind, we are just a few days away from the first day of fall, so you would think our temperature should be dwindling down. But I will say throughout the rest of this week, temperatures will be trickling downwards as we head into the weekend. But you won't really want to be outside to enjoy the cooler temperatures because of the showers and thunderstorms that will be coming our way. Here's a look at the rainfall forecast. Again, staying dry for today. Thursday, isolated showers mainly during the second half of the day tomorrow, and then a cold front moves through late Thursday. So as we go into your Friday, looking cooler and also looking dry, but going into your Saturday, scattered showers coming in a pretty big way, and more widespread rain comes on Sunday. Going to show you that right now on Storm Tracker. At least at the first half of the day, looking pretty dry, but more of that moisture pushing in going into the afternoon hours. And also the models have been hinting at a good bit of that moisture pushing in from the west, maybe even from the southwest. Around 11 o'clock, you may be in bed hearing the pitter-patter of raindrops throughout the nighttime hours, looking like a soggy start to the day on Sunday. Wet weather still in place. Now, Saturday looks like the day for showers and storms. Widespread rain. Maybe we could get a thunderstorm, but really looking like a soggy scenario with just mostly showers, light showers throughout the day on your Sunday. So again, looking very wet as we go into the weekend, so enjoy the next couple of days. Again, you can still go outside. Today, you may want to limit your time outside because the heat will be cranked up on high. You can see that on the 5-day forecast, and I did mention how those temperatures will be dwindling downward as we go throughout the rest of this week into the weekend. Looking to be mostly dry, but do remember there is a tiny chance, a very slim chance for showers for Thursday with isolated showers expected, meaning most of us will stay dry, but don't forget your umbrella just in case you run into a rogue shower during the afternoon hours on Thursday. That cold front moves through, dropping temperatures nearly 10 degrees from today to Friday. Feeling pretty nice overall for your Friday, wrapping up the work week, heading into the weekend. May want to head out and about, enjoy the end of the week there before the weekend comes, because you may want to bring most of your plans indoors going into the weekend. Temperatures in the 70s, so really right around where we should be for this time of year. But again, wet on Saturday, scattered showers, widespread showers on Sunday with a high of 78 degrees.
All right, thanks, Jessica. Trick-or-treating won't be allowed in Los Angeles this Halloween. Officials banned it this year due to the risk of coronavirus. The county health department said it would be very difficult to maintain social distancing on porches and at front doors, carnivals, festivals, live entertainment, and haunted houses. They're also prohibited. The pandemic has changed another part of daily life, birthdays, the device designed to keep you celebrating for years to come. Now here's local steals and deals.
Hi, I'm Lisa Robertson, coming to you from my home, of course. Let me tell you something that is amazing. I was just talking to somebody the other day about home security, right? I think that's something we all wonder about. But a lot of times you're saying, yeah, I'd love to have a big home security system, but I don't have $1 million. Guess what they told me? So just out of the blue, a security consultant said the other day, you should check out the Blink camera. Guess what Local Steals and Deals has for you today? The Blink camera. How amazing is that? So, Local Steals and Deals, we really try to find you things that are going to improve your quality of life, great ideas you might not have heard of, and the Blink is definitely one of them. Now, this is actually backed by Amazon with all their resources and all their know-how. This is the security camera they get behind, and I love that. The Blink is fabulous because it's really easy to install. It's indoors or outdoors. And here's one of the amazing things. You can have HD video, you can have audio back and forth, and it's going to store the recording of the video, and you're not paying every month. Isn't that amazing? I love the fact that it's easy. I love the fact that you don't have to have anything big and complicated. I love the fact that you're not paying a monthly monitoring fee. And I love the fact that the one that we're bringing you is 3 cameras. 3 cameras for indoors or outdoors. And here's how cool it is. So you just sync up the module with an app that you put on your phone, and then whenever one of your cameras senses motion, it lets your phone know. You can go deep, deep, deep. Oh, I see what's going on right here. You can talk to the person you see, or you can call somebody if there's a problem. I love that. I also do love the fact that you're not going to get a bill every month going, oh no, you don't have to pay that. This stores it, no problem. This is one that is normally one of the most sought after security cameras in the business, and we have it for you at 20% off. So go to localsteals.com, one of the great ideas we have for you right there, and you can have peace of mind inside, outside, at home, or anywhere else you are with the Blink XT and the 3-camera system.
Hear us say Channel 11 News 11 at 11 all the time.
But this is what it means.
It means you get 11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
It means we deliver breaking news, local news happening now, and details about what's happened since 6.
All before the first commercial.
11 at 11 means I'll track storms and bring you your first look at weather before the first commercial.
Channel 11 News 11 at 11.
11 minutes of news and weather before the first commercial.
Watch tonight.
Watch David Johnson and Peggy Finnegan on Channel 11 News at 5.
The pandemic has changed just about everything, including birthdays. Companies are now starting to sell cake shields. The shield lets you blow out your candles without spreading germs. Kind of a good idea. Today, more than 60 pieces of artwork honoring Mr. Rogers will go on display at the Latrobe Art Center. The exhibit will include 2- and 3-dimensional pieces, paintings, and photography. They were all created by local artists honoring the TV icon and Latrobe native. The exhibition continues through the end of the month. When the Pittsburgh Pirates take the field today, they'll all be wearing the number 21 to celebrate Roberto Clemente Day. Clemente was the first Latin American player elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame and, of course, a beloved humanitarian. He remains a revered figure nearly 50 years after his death in a plane crash while delivering aid to earthquake victims. The Pirates retired his number in 1973. Today, Puerto Rican players from around the league will also be wearing number 21. That's all for Channel 11 News at noon. Our next newscast is tonight at 5, and you can get breaking news updates anytime at our streaming apps. Just search WPXI on Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.